Am I really live? Could it be so simple? Could it be this easy to just go live and start gaming? Not until you do your social posts. Can't start gaming till you do your social posts. You know? Teach the right lessons to your kids. In this digital age, everyone's kids are trying to be a YouTuber. God, this is so widescreen. I haven't seen this stream layout before. I'm vibing with it. Why don't I make sure I'm even live before I presumptively post any more about it? This is a 1 minute 33-second broadcast that ended. What was that? What the heck is this? Was it bugging? Am I live? I haven't seen chat yet. That's what's really scary. I see people in the chat, but I've yet to see the chat. Vis-a-vis a chatting message. But I am live. There's no disputing that. We are live. A big old let's go. From me to you. From my house to yours. This Valentine's Day. A big let's go. Going out to you. We Sifu, yo. I'm on a seafood diet. You know what I'm talking about? How do we like the framing here? We could, you know, it'd be sweet. No, I'll wait till later. I'll try the alternate camera angle later. You'll have to remind me, but it's gonna be dope. Thanks for the sub, Berbera Pan. Tried to ignore this, but couldn't. Good try. Good try. Hearty effort. Fun Duck Bandit said I've been playing this non-stop all week. Can't wait to see someone play this. Hell yeah. Real talk, I was gonna stream something else. That was the plan. And then an hour ago, I was like, I want to play Sifu. Why don't I just stream that? That's where my heart lies. Let's start fresh. I'm gonna do an XP run just to warm up, get the juices flowing. You can all look at my ages here and compare to yours. Thanks, Moons Bro. Swords and Wolves says, Leo, please update the tracking on my package. I'll do my best. Dude, I got a $500 package lost in the mail, and USPS is paying me $50 in apology fees for it. I'm a little PO'd about it. Post office did about it. Manyface Steps says, Leo, you're back. Did you do your social post like a good gamer? I sure did. You know I keep up with my social posts. Yeah, I hope to God I don't go down again, because I don't know why it happened the first time. Life of a gamer.
Get lost.
I don't engage with the arrows anymore. Okay. Let's get back into it. Haven't played it in a few days. Remember my move set. I've got a lot of permanent moves at this point. I have like spent a lot of runs just focusing on grinding up moves and doing the most fights possible. This game looks so sick, I wish it had a normie mode. I think they said they're adding it. Not a normie mode specifically, but a easier mode. Ooh, get dodged on. Brunk. I've been loving this game. Kick a bottle at a fool. I love the damage when you knock them into surfaces. It does extra damage. Throw that at you. Throw you over the ledge. Oh. Why did I have to call my shot? You know, it would have looked plenty cool if I just didn't say I was going to throw him over the ledge and then didn't do it. You know? Now he's getting thrown over the ledge. They become vulnerable to throws when you perfect parry them like that. Which I can do pretty reliably with these starter enemies only. Oh! Timing was off. I always forget about that move. There's a move you can do after a hit where you like
Any regrets now?
throw them behind you, and I haven't really found a good use for it. I'm trying to remember how to do it. You get another bottle? Throw bottles at me? I need to do more takedowns to get more health back. Kind of clowning. I really feel like at this point, replaying the first level where I'm at in Sifu, I shouldn't be dying anymore.
Open up.
It's a flaw in my character if I am.
Bust this damn door down.
Did you unlock the lobby shortcut? Yes, I did. I'm doing an XP run for now, though. But yeah, I've got a lot of shortcuts, which is something I really appreciate about this game. Hey, loser. I don't speak to these people. Now you go get this pipe bag.
No freaking way.
Ooh, he parried me. Oh, I love that. I love when you trick them into punching their friends. Just old boying it. Just doing a little old boy action. Well, I'm ironically a young girl. Something to think about. Looking forward to picking this game up after Elden Ring. Just looks like they've got the feel down great. Yeah, King Prometheus. It's all about that feel. I literally, though, am like, it feels different than the last time I played it because I took a few days off playing it, and it's like such a specific grip and set of moves that I'm like getting back into the flow of. Which is to its credit. Great takedown. A little tip for the gamers out here, you can get this bow staff in this room. You take that left turn there. And then you can clown fools with it. Ooh. Also, for those who don't know, when I'm moving really quickly like that, as a little dodge, that's like holding left bumper and flicking a direction in time with the left stick. So you have to do a dodge that actually works for the move that comes in. Like, you know, direction based. Oh, and this guy went sicko mode on me, by the way. I need to, yeah, hit him with the strong sweep. Bonk him a couple times. I've got the environmental mastery where I can kick stuff at people. We like that.
I pity you.
Oh! Oh! There we go. Now I've been humiliated, but thank God. This is giving me the clarity that the screen is slightly off on the stream, or is it perfect? No, it's not perfect. A few things are. Hi, Johnny Download. What's popping? Let's invest in a new move. I still never have enough focus to do any of these extra focus attacks that cost extra bars. I just never invest in it. But I think when I'm starting to do my final runs, when I'm really actually thinking about beating the game, I'll put more into it. For now, let's do some chasing strikes.
Really?
I have that bow staff at home. That's awesome. You can take out intruders with it. But if I really wanted to play this with the fewest deaths, lowest age, I would have taken some of the shortcuts instead of fighting as many people as possible. So who cares? Oh, come on. People saying they should add an easy mode. Yeah, they have. It's called Wind and Leo's playing it. I love that you don't get credit for the kill until they hit the ground. You know, they might survive it. Here's a little tip for this level. You gotta get environmental mastery. And then these money bags. Bink. Bink, bink, bink. Bink. And you can do this the whole fight if you want to. But I'm gonna stop now. Although just one more time, I'm gonna get him on the ground real quick. Oh, I always miss that one. Is it a... Because I think I'm doing the wrong direction when I'm trying to do my dodge. I'm not sure which direction I'm supposed to do. I tutorialized it once, but that was a long time ago. Anyone in the chat know if that's up or down to get out of that grab? Loser! Don't you know you're using a criminal's bathroom?
Come on, speed this up.
Down
Don't
dodge.
want to be late for the club.
Thank you. Thank you, Zang Master.
Plan to win big tonight.
And others. Although I was doing that, so maybe I'm just a fool. Who can't do it at the right time. They're testing my structure! I'm gonna hit you with the chasing strikes! That wasn't it. I'm gonna hit you with the chasing strikes! I'll have to check and make sure I know what that is. Oh boy. I do struggle with this room. It's a lot of guys. There we go.
Drop your weapon.
There we go. I want to parry this guy for a takedown.
Get the better of that.
But I think I lost more health by failing to parry. What if I just killed him? The timing is finicky on the dodging grabs as many faced. Steph, thank you so much. Thank you for that confirmation. So I know that I I'm strong and good. Chasing strikes only work after down up square, at least for me. Yeah, that's the specific push move. Let's see. Crotch punch, you'll see, is permanently unlocked. Surprising very few. That's Cop Choi. No, chasing strikes. On a pushed enemy. Okay. Well, I guess that makes sense then. If there's a move called push and you do it on a pushed enemy. Fair.
I'm only here for the workout.
It's true, because I have gotten the key from this place. I don't need to be here. Oh! Was expecting that to be the end of the combo. Same old story. 22 years young, I was working at Ruth's Chris Steakhouse. Just doing my best. Just trying to get by. Oh, the timing. Slower strikes. Oh, my structure is so full. You see that? That means they're about to break it. Oh! But I like to do this room because you get your health back when it's done. There's a shrine in here. But I shouldn't have done it when I had such low health. That's the risk reward. When you die, do you always just get up right where you died? Says Poor and Curly. Yes, until you get too old and your run has to start over forever. But that is something I really like about this game, is that if you're stuck crunching a boss, which is like, has made me uninstall so many games of just like, I never want to put the time in to figure out this boss. It makes it really like satisfying to learn them. It's like not frustrating at all because you're just picking up right there with their health bar right where it was and you're chipping away, and you can say beat the boss spending like 40 years of your life to do it. And then it's like, okay, well I did it and now I know it a little better, so next time I can do it better in less time. And that's a very satisfying loop for a boss fight. Again, something I often get frustrated with, and it's funny hearing that this is, you know, such a hard game, but I think it does have stuff like that that makes it less frustrating to come to terms with its difficulty. Oh yes, yeah, we like that. That was a well-placed roundhouse. You've got to put the delay on it. You know, do 2 hits and then wait to do the roundhouse. That's how you know it's a good move. Your eye's gone. Oh my god, that was sick. Another thing that helps you learn a frustrating game is when you feel awesome every 5 seconds. Or like a fool. Roundhouse for you. Oh, she kicked me on the ground. Is that what happened? Hell yeah. Yeah, it's a well-balanced challenge. Agreed. Too many games confuse tedious punishments for difficulty, says Tetrapsychoid. Neil Smith. Yes, definitely.
Boss said nobody gets through.
Like, it's frustrating when you have to spend like 10 minutes running back to the previous encounter. Actually, I'm gonna save this. Is that the running X? Is that the running on the pushed enemy? Because that's what that input gets me. Or do I need to do follow-ups differently? The chasing strikes, rather. And here we are. Not where I thought it was gonna be. We're here. I can spend 40 years of my life to beat a Sifu boss, but I could spend 40 years of my life to beat a Dark Souls boss. That is what I'm subtweeting when I talk about hard bosses. Not that I have a big issue with those games. Yeah, boss fights like that I just struggle with. I'm so dying to get this key right here. I don't know where this is, and honestly, I wouldn't mind if somebody in chat spoiled it for me. It's probably just past where I'm at. But if it's like a side area in the club I haven't noticed or something, then I definitely want to get it. Because I'm curious what's back there. Although maybe it's some endgame reward, because it's not like it's a time skip, because it's right before the first boss. Maybe it's just a bonus shrine or something. Press X immediately after the push. That is what I was missing. Thank you. The run back gives me a chance to clear my mind for the fight, says Toad Shogun. I actually respect that a lot. And I hadn't thought of it, and I thank you for saying it. It is like amazing how you can do so much worse at each subsequent attempt of a boss fight because you're so in your head about it. If you're just beating your head against it and never giving yourself a break. Like, this is a boss the first time I tried fighting him, I spent 40 years on it. Made it to the club at age 46, I think really was my timing. And now look at this. I still die once, usually, on this guy. And maybe more today. And that's okay. Ooh, that's satisfying. Getting the knockdown off that, like, delayed Y. Because you don't know for sure that your kick is even gonna hit. But it's like you set it up enough where he's staggered enough that it will. Very satisfying. Oh, get clowned on. Key is in level 5, thank you. I think I'm only on level 4. The tower. Porn Curly says going to sleep and coming back the next day to a hard boss almost always allows me to win in a few tries. Totally. Totally, totally. I did not play Tales of Iron. Mash Triangle says, I feel like the club's boss is the only one with really obnoxious AI. Yeah, that boss definitely got on my nerves the first few times. Whoopsie. But I think he is very learnable. Which I was not expecting, but it's like I had to figure out one trick to him, really. Long combo, bro. Ooh. Yeah, you're getting strong, sweet. Oh, I'm clowning. Missing all my dodges. There's one. Yep. Good amount of XP though. I don't mind this system. It is a little weird at first. The system being you unlock things for your run, even though it's not a roguelike and you're playing the same levels. You're still doing it run-based. And purchasing it once will unlock it for this run, and then purchasing it 5 times after that, which it saves how many times you're purchasing it. Maybe everybody knows this already because this game's been out a couple weeks. But I think it's nice because it makes me focus on one move, because there's no point in buying multiple different moves and then wasting some of the XP I could have used on a permanent unlock. I got lost in my own sentence. Maybe it is a little confusing. But I don't mind it, because I focus on one specific move and I learn it and get better at it in the duration of one run. Oh, did we get one of these? I think we might have a Unreal Engine error. Or I've just been staggered for a long time. I wonder where it'll pick me up from, if it's before this boss even started. Extreme bullet time, hell yeah. Now I have time to plan my attack. I'm gonna call this a lost cause. And we're rebooting. This happened to Dan once. Yes, I saw that. And it checkpointed quite well. Good. It's funny because the first thing I saw of this game was Dan's stream, where a few minutes in, he had that crash. And then it never happened to me while playing. He said, this has never happened before. So I said, oh, I guess it's probably just something that happens when you're streaming the game. And then I decided to stream the game today. And now here we are. Sweet music for sure. The purchases carry over between runs for the permanent upgrade. Yeah, when you purchase like ticks of the permanent unlock, those carry over. But since you have to purchase it fresh each time, it feels better to like min-max one. Min-max 1N. One move. That's fine because he killed me, and now he won't. Because he's a clown, and I know that now. Wow, get fucking annihilated. Sorry for my cussing, but wow, I've never done that much damage to this man in one combo. Jeez, oh lord, I'm still full health. Just give up. He should just give up if you get this far without taking any damage. He should say you're the Sifu now. And exactly that point, no further. What was more challenging, Sifu or the hardest From game? Asked Nintai. I'm not the person to answer that, but I'm very curious for the answer. If chat wants to weigh in on that. First off, what's the hardest From game? And is Sifu harder than it? Might be less hard by default just because it's shorter, I think. Yeah. You come at the queen, you best not miss. You got a visit from the cat, folks. He's right here in my lap. Oh, there he goes. Yeah, this is honestly great that I'm doing it with fewer deaths. Although maybe I'm being presumptive. Whoopsie. Because that's the thing, is you can feel like you're doing amazing at this game and get too cocky, and in 5 hits you can be killed. Which is cool. Okay, there is the chasing strikes. I finally pulled it off. Too slow on that. Oh, hit him with the crotch punch. Sorry, pal. Yeah, you're gonna get me this time. Imagine training for 8 years to kill this guy, and you're just like ridiculing him. Yeah, you're definitely gonna kill me, bro. Yeah, you're the protagonist. Definitely. Hardest From game is probably Sekiro. Sekiro is widely regarded as the hardest From game. Okay. And is this harder than Sekiro? I quit playing Sekiro, and I haven't quit playing this. Although I can't even find the damn building in this one. I didn't know you could go over there. Alright, let's keep this run going. I love the club. Some areas in this game you have to redo a lot, and the entering the club I have not gotten remotely tired of. Leafeon has been trying to figure out a monkey see, monkey do, seafood, seafood, eat food joke for the past 5 minutes as my hello, and I've given up. Yeah, something I like to say about this game is that I'm on a seafood diet. I seafood and I play it. Originally, the joke was I seafood and I play and I eat it, which I think
Forget about it.
is also
You're not on the
perfectly
list.
fine.
You're not getting.
Private, back off!
But the answer is, Leafeon, there's no clean way to do it. You just gotta follow your heart and just say that stupid stuff that everybody can think of, but most people just like decide isn't worth saying. That's kind of my MO. It's not that people haven't thought of it, they're just above saying it.
Yeah.
Hey, loser. This is my club now. Is this bat yours? No, it's mine. Did you stop playing Secure because it was too hard, or you were not having fun, or a combination? It is the most I'd liked a From game. It was really, really hard, and it was like after I beat the first boss, and I was like, well, I don't even feel good now. You know? I don't even feel the good part that I'm supposed to get from beating a boss, so I don't really feel like I should continue. But I was probably just like too, you know, in a bad mood. Sometimes you get burnt out on a game and it just doesn't give you what it used to, or what it is expected to. And that's partially on my taste in games, but also on different difficulty in different games being structured differently, because I was talking about how this game has not peeved me off too much at all. You gotta be careful when it's a bunch of dudes at once. Play very defensively, do shorter combos. I want to remember this one combo. That's a super fast flurry of strikes. And it's this one, Raining Strikes. There it is. Monkey see, monkey foo, I'm reading in the chat from Aramite. Love that. Oh my god, this lady used to give me so much trouble. It's so satisfying, like... Lots of games offer learning different character archetypes, you know? That's a part of it. But in this game, it really feels like subconscious. I haven't had to try the way I've had to. Although it's not true in the case of like bosses, but certain enemy types, it's like, oh, this type of dude with a bat, I know how many hits are in his combos and when I can stop dodging and start fighting back. I'm doing a little DJ side activity here that I don't think there's any reward for. Besides, experience points. Oh. Whoopsie. I did not make good use of those bottles. She's going for the Ottoman! Oh, it's broken. Ooh, he powered through. Didn't expect that. Alright, let's scale it back here. Come on. Oh, I wanted to parry and get my health back. Oh, never mind. I wanted to do that more. All right, kill me, bro. I know you're gonna kill me. Just kill me. Just kill me. Thank you. She's just kicking stuff, boss. What do I do? That's her thing! Don't let her do it! Don't let her kick stuff. All right. I undid my points in this. Yeah, I almost have another move permanently unlocked. At first it seemed like weirdly hard to do that, but as you get better and your runs get longer, you can unlock like even 2 moves per run if you're really farming. Yes. Yes. That is one of my favorite things about this game, is the one button, throw the thing next to you.
What do you want?
There's just this guy, and I've done all 3 of these options. I've been here enough times.
Step aside and be quiet.
And none of them get you anything.
It's cool.
Please let me know if there's something I am missing. Yeah, this hallway definitely feels like they forgot to put the reward at the end. The reward is some nerd who can't fight back, so I can do any move I want. You'll never guess what move he picks out of the roster that has crotch punch on it. Yeah, I think those are fun encounters even though there's no reward for them. And then that's the shortcut that you can do to skip this whole next part that I'm going to not skip.
The fuck is this mess?
Come and get me. I've been bad. Oh yeah. I knew it! This guy, it's random who goes Super Saiyan on you, which is really cool and something I like. But I swear this guy does it more often. He's always doing it to me. But it is a cool element to have any little encounter almost be a little bit of a risk because they can get serious mode on you, and these guys can definitely kill you, even when you're good. And it's a risk of doing takedowns, because I don't think it ever happens unless you're doing a takedown. But you get your precious health back. Oh, I have the catch projectiles thing, but I was way too early on it. Even these guys could kill my ass. But they won't. Get a bottle for later? I was not sure it would let me throw him, because normally it's like when you can take them down, you can either take them down or throw them. But I guess I got to that guy fast enough. Oh, he's alive! Good for you, bro. Come on, come on. Yes. Oh, and I got health back for that. Huh. I wonder why.
Did you think this was a pajama party or something?
I did. I thought this was a pajama party.
Come on. Show us what you can do, come.
They said pajama!
Hey, didn't you hear my friend?
Didn't you hear my friend? This isn't a pajama party. Oh, I'm getting grouped up on. There we go. Oh, a little pop, pop, pop. action. Ottoman action. Oh, I did not expect him to dodge that. They walkied ahead about my signature move. Started doing the flurry of strikes on nothing. Hey! Let's watch how I cheese this fight. You're never gonna believe what moves I rely on. No! He got me out of the ground attack. Haven't seen that happen. Thank you, Chris009, for the resub. Oh, okay, I did it there. I think it was to the side though. Yeah, I did it to the side all 3 times there, and it went great for me. But maybe the boss enemies that can also do that, maybe they're better at like directing it, catching up to you.
That's close.
Cheesing like that puts this fight on auto. Yeah, it really does. For better or worse. Oh my god! I've never done that to her before. That's the bottles meta is intense in this game. Oh, here's something I like to do and I recommend to all of you. Down up X for a quick push.
Party, fool.
I need your help actually, bro. Give me your blood. Oh god. Ah, punched. My main weakness. Now I've got chasing strikes forever. Whether or not I like it, which I haven't decided yet. Charged back fist I've liked. You can see I put 1 nodule into permanently unlocking that. Oh, that's my cat trying to erase my progress. Is he mad at me for something? Have you ever had a bottle smash in your face? It's jarring. Have you ever had a jar smash in your face? It's bottling. These are all good points. Oh my god. Oh, your combo's long, pal. We get it. Oh, and you're one of these guys. Your combos got shorter, loser. Hey, loser, what happened to your combos? They used to be so long. Now you can't even do them. Where's your combos at? Wow. You're a bigger loser as a Super Saiyan than you were as a regular guy. That's kind of cringe. That's kind of cringe.
You were not supposed to be part of tonight's group.
I have nothing to say to you. Oh, the delay on that one always gets me. Yeah, see? I just keep timing with the normal. Yeah, sorry. Oh no! He's not even falling for it. Credit to you, my man. There it comes. And I'll do that, and you'll get up, and that's when your eyes go, and then I'll sweep kick you, and then I'll get you down like that, and then I'll push you, and then you're done. A little crotch punch. For daddy. That's the way it goes. Oh, I should have gone back to the other area just to show the kind of map layout. But yeah, that door was right back to where I fought all those DJs. I'll never forget. This is my last chance to increase my weapon durability. Maybe I should do that. I never do that, but I use weapons a lot, and they rock. So let's do that. You can fight everybody here. You can just start fighting people. Or you can say fight me and then fight them, but you don't get anything for it. Which
Then step through
was
the
too
door.
bad. I think that in the DJ club, like there are points in this game where it is weird that you don't get rewarded. That's one of my few complaints about it. But also, you know, maybe it's on me for expecting that.
Step forward. You're about to be tested. Come on, hit me.
Oh, I normally get to her faster and then I get to do an easy takedown, and now I have to wait till her friend bonks her. Yep.
Let's go into the beyond. That can't be possible.
Ooh, the charged Y with the bar is like a sweep attack.
Survival of the fittest.
More combos coming your way. Keep attacking me and you're in for more combos.
You shall not fear death.
Oh, interrupted my roundhouse. I'm pretty good here.
Oh man. The winner becomes a king, and the loser a thief.
I normally skip her because you can just ignore her and walk through the door, but hey, fight me.
Battle isn't over yet.
I gotta be careful up here because they can knock you down and it does a ton of damage to you falling off
Barely keep up.
this high area. Finally. But then I missed my counter. Hit her with the low blows. Normally you'd have to see an opponent to be able to dodge their strikes, unless they only ever do one combo. I really love that. Knocking people into walls for guaranteed damage. Like situationally knocking them into it. It rocks. What can I say? Kamasamic says, for daddy, it's just something I say, okay? Get used to it.
I've longed for battle like
When you got moves like these, you can say whatever messed up stuff you want. That's not true. I totally destroyed one of these bow staffs, and now I have the only one, and that's kind of a cool way to play this fight. And then dying. Oh, don't pick that up! That was mine! Oh, I needed to dodge that so bad. Time to hit her with my charged back fist move, which she won't see coming. I'm charging it! Watch out! I'm charging it! high move. I'm charging it again. That was sick. The no look. A gaming classic. Has Leo beat the game before? Asked Tucker Donovan. No, I haven't. I'm in level 4 on my run. I guess on the level 4 boss specifically. That's what I haven't cracked. It's crazy. You have to, I guess, minor spoilers for a side thing, but you have to like get a later key code, come back to earlier in the club, punch it in, fight 2 of the hardest enemies in the game, and get the key to this box, which just has like a little intel item in it that, as far as I can tell, has no impact on the game. But if you're going for board completion, that's fine. These are also 2 of the hardest enemies in the game. I have so much trouble with these 2.
Are you fast?
Look around my cat there. Oh! No! They don't know my favorite moves! They push me into stuff! Okay. A little better than usual. Oh, please! Oh, I have never not lost a life on that before. Thanks, Jupiter Beach, for the resub. 21 months. Is that as long as Min-Mag has been around? That can't be right. Pretty long, though. Pretty long. That's interesting. This is another one I've never bought. Increase impact of parry on opponent structure. I don't trust my ability to parry enough to rely on that. I definitely like these, though, increasing it on successful avoid. Let's go maximum structure for now. That's as long as the Twitch channel has been up. Hell yeah. Thank you. These 2 were nerfed last patch? How could you say that to me? I thought I was on cloud 9. I'm glad they were harder than the boss. Risky Crispy says, just beat this game last night with a single pixel of health at age 74 and I'm honestly still sweating. Yeah, feel that.
My arms
And respect for beating it. I hope to beat you someday.
Leave.
This guy has fire abilities.
I recognize that uniform. It represents a school.
Do you know what other changes they made, Tucker Donovan? Any other little balance things like that that I might miss? Come and get me. Oh. Been a while since I fought this guy. Get back in the swing of it. Get it? He swings things at you. He swings this thing at you. Yeah, easy roundhouse, easy ground hit. I wish there were more animations for the ground hit because I do it a lot. Because it's free damage. So why wouldn't you do it every time they're knocked out? Making this boss look like a grunt! With my many combos! Of which I rely on 2 to 3. Yeah, crotch punch and a takedown. Let's go. Thanks, Chris Peep. Tucker says they rebalanced this fight a little bit. This fight. The most noticeable thing is you can punish his sweep now if you jump it. And that's the thing he does a lot in this phase, if I remember. Those are the ones I have trouble with, because down and to the side dodges like work for a lot of variety of moves, but the low sweeps you have to up dodge or else you get brought down. Which is cool, and I want to get better at that.
Bastard school.
Stop talking to me! Now here's more of that boss fight mentality I was expecting from you. Was that it? Is that the sweep? Yeah, I should be making my combos longer, because after that eye strike, you can do so much. And for a while when I got that second one, which is the sweep kick, which is not that, but it's like the special focus sweep kick, I was like, oh, that knocks him down, and then you can do follow-up attacks, so I should always be doing that. But if you do the eye strike, you can combo into a natural leg sweep, do combo attacks, ground attacks all day. Which I think just goes to show you the strength of this game's learning curve. Oh, there it was. Gosh. It is confusing how similar it looks to his other attacks. But I should have expected it the 5th time in a row. A little bit on me. Down and side dodges are the same. I just look at it as a normal dodge and a sweep dodge. That's interesting. So is it always his 3rd attack in this phase? Is that always a sweep? Yeah, dodged it that time. Loser. Have you done the true ending? I haven't even done the fake ending yet. I am intrigued by the true ending, though. I remember when I played Dead Rising for the first time. I think that was the first time I heard the words true ending. And as a gamer, I think we love to hear those words, don't we, folks? True ending? That there's not only multiple endings, but that one is considered ultimate and is one to strive for. We love that, don't we, folks? Oh, I still got the museum to do. Hell yeah. Dead Rising is why I bought a 360. Dead Rising rocked. What an amazing game. I remember I would so often go to friends' houses and just like, I guess so often, a few times, go to friends' houses and play the game for them. I remember my friend got a new copy. He's like, oh, I haven't played it yet. And I was like, oh, let me play Run for you real quick. And then I played for like 7 hours straight one night. And got them up to like level 30.
Everyone get into position.
And got a bunch of unlocks and stuff.
It was foolish of you to come here.
And I played it a bunch of friends, and then when I got home to my house, my first run was just driving around the parking lot to get the Zombie Genocider achievement, which got you the Mega Man Death Buster. Oh! Which is like so worth it. Using the Mega Buster on bosses is so overpowered and makes those fights so much less frustrating. I'm gonna see all the exhibits. I almost forgot about that guy. I always forget about him, and I almost forgot about him this time also. I don't need a baseball bat for you, bro.
She'll be around here.
I'm here. I swear the metal bat animations were like rotoscoped from the Raid 2, and I am very on board for it. That one specifically, I would bet anything. I really feel like it is. Those Raid movies sure are good, huh?
You stay there.
I feel like the first one, when I recommend it to people, I have to say, but watch it until they don't have guns anymore. Because when they have guns, it is kind of like CG squibs, and certainly doesn't meet the standards you probably have by everybody talking about how it's the second coming of Christ for so long. You game in this one, folks. In this one, you're gaming. A friend and I controller swapped through Dead Rising, and then when I try to play myself, I suck and quit after I'm done fooling around. That's fair. The saves are so unforgiving in that game. Manual saves only in the bathrooms. Oh, it took too long with my freaking roundhouse. They're sending me to the clown house. Come on. Not like that.
Pathetic. You can barely keep
Should
up.
combat out of my chasing strikes. Grabbing the paint so I can tag enemies. That guy's the pink one. I do have a weapon. I think I'm starting to notice the weapon durability increase I purchased. Those weapons would have been shattering all over. For this one. I do prefer 2, says Trooper. About Dead Rising. Dead Rising 2, yeah. I was like suspect they were even making it, and especially because it was a different team, which I remember my level of interest in the industry at the time, reading about that and going, oh, what the hell? It's not gonna be the same team. That game's gonna stink ass. And it's not Frank West, my favorite character, for no reason.
So tough after all.
But Dead Rising 2 blew me away. Having a story that I actually cared about, like the stuff with your daughter, was so well done. And oh my god, the fact that you could like, because that whole game you were trying to get her medication, her Zombrex, so she didn't turn into a zombie, and that there's an ending for if you like miss it. It's not even an ending. It's just like a cutscene that's played really sadly and dryly, of like you discovering that she's turned into a zombie, and you might have to kill her or something in the cutscene, or might be implied. And he just like loses his mind. For the rest of the playthrough, he's like acting differently, or looking, or no, maybe what I'm thinking of is in Case Zero. No, not Case Zero. The Off the Record. You meet what's his name, Chuck, from Dead Rising 2 after he's lost. Was his daughter's name Ellie? Am I making that up? And he's totally like unhinged, and he's a motorcycle boss, and that's interesting. But yeah, there is an ending for you losing your daughter, and it is really sad. And it makes keeping her alive that much more tense. The end. I would always have an inventory of skateboards just to get around. Dude, I could talk about Dead Rising for so long. getting skill books in Dead Rising 1 that taught you how to do skateboard tricks. Like you can kickflip around. Unbelievable. Oh. When the bats just go up into the sky. Wow. Look at him trying the ground punch. Respect for the effort.
Too late to back out now.
Oh, this guy could do it. Yeah. Oh, so much XP though. Getting the charge back fist for good. Now I just have to remember to use it. Well, that looks fun. Yeah, I'm getting to the point where like all I have left is the focus attacks, so I'll have to try those sometime. They released Off the Record for everyone who demanded your favorite character, Frank West. Yes, they did. My favorite was getting a max level inventory amount of books that upped the durability of your weapons, then grabbing a single one-handed chainsaw from the clown boss, annihilating everything. Yes. The skill books were great. You could like have builds in that game. God. I'm gonna replay Dead Rising one of these days. Should stream that. Or maybe I should do it just for me. You know? John Skovic says, I haven't played this game at all yet. This is the third level, right? You've played it. How else would you know? What, you just guessed this is the third level? Come on, John Skovic. Just as is the third level. And I was very excited when I unlocked this. I was stuck on the club for a long time. In this completely new, super pretty environment. It was very exciting.
Step aside.
Bonk, bonk.
At least one time.
You're dodging my strikes! Dodge this. He did! Well, he blocked it. Bring me the enemies. All right, there aren't any on this part. Embarrassing, cringe. Cringe and embarrassing. Let me make sure I don't have the thing to go through this area. Whatever the shortcut key is. And this just leads to the elevator. That's a shortcut you can take from the bottom to the top and skip that whole museum part I just did. And these stairs, I think, are also a shortcut. Cool fight coming up. And I'm about to hemorrhage some years. I'm gonna be in a retirement home by the time this is over.
Believed that if we took the time to stand outside in the rain, it would cleanse us both physically and spiritually.
That's so satisfying.
Power to bind instead of stone.
This is simply my weapon, man.
And the cleansing of a darkened soul.
I need to get better at
Water is the key to
catching the
being
weapon
pure.
after it bounces off of them. It's
is
just so
considered
unpredictable when it's gonna
redemptive
happen.
magic.
I'm never ready for it. Oh boy. Can you get at those? Ah, I missed the punishing of the down guys. This isn't the part where I hemorrhage lives, by the way.
Like the darkness itself, we must
Here's the
first
part.
embrace it.
I never do
The
good against these three.
shadows of the past consume us wholly.
Yeah, God. They're tricky. The leg ladies. A specific character archetype in this game. Oh no. Oh, I actually got her. It reminds me of Into the Breach when enemies hit each other in this game. No! I didn't have the room. I didn't have the room to dodge. Brutal. Brutal trio here. There we go. Now I will not lose, right? No! You have to like dodge out of that because there's kind of a parry counter you can do from the ground. That's pretty strong against everything but that. Struggling. 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 Now I'll have it. All I have is the really expensive moves and the focus moves. Oh, actually, I haven't finished this. Perfect. I had that so close. Great. Hitbox City. Maybelline, no, I haven't beaten it. I don't know if I have the reaction time for this game anymore, but boy, is it fun to watch, says Starkiller. It is a pleasing game for the eyes, the senses. Hey guys. See, that time it didn't bounce off him when I was totally ready to catch it. That time it just went sailing. Bonk, bonk. Did not mean to do that. Didn't intentionally forego that life boost. There we go. It looks so good. This is side on. I feel like it took them a lot of work to make it look this good from the side, and that's why they pull this move twice so far. Good sounds, too. Yes, get them both. Yep, wait for me. Up front, don't get too close. Wait till I'm ready. Rage and anger. Ooh, a little foreshadowing in that painting for later. Yeah, the artwork names in the background are very apt, Internal Squeak. Yeah, Aaron Bear is asking what's the mechanic that's giving you health back, and Aristotle is saying correctly, it's that execution, that Y plus B, which I think is the same input it's been since Arkham Asylum. Don't know why we all agreed that was the input, but it works.
To face the past.
Let me check in on my combos. I feel like I'm relying on the same ones, and I want to make sure it's as visually interesting as possible. That hook intercept I always forget about. The flowing claw I don't think I'm doing right. All the post-parry stuff doesn't come up too often. Spin hook kick I do a lot. The straight heavy attack I do a lot. The X's and then Y's I really don't do very much. It's 2, 3, and 4. I'm trying to remember that. Hit me, bro. There's one. I think that was it, right? Let's see if that's called kick push. The XXY I've been trying to do. Push kick. I swear I didn't read the name of that. But it really is called kick push. Yeah, I've been doing that one on accident, I guess, but... In this game, you must know your moveset like you know your very own self. Ooh, Dick Grayson with the big question. Would you say this game is the spiritual successor to God Hand? Yes, I would. Wow. Wow, that's so accurate. It's crazy. I knew it was you. I knew which one was you. And you? Yes. Been down this road enough times. I don't remember who's next. Was it you? Did you move? There we go. There we go. This is a cool segment. I always forget to take her staff. This is the first time I've grabbed it. I don't know if it's gonna help me much. I'm not especially good with this type of weapon. These guys have blade shoes, so even if I block it, it does a lot of damage. I can't see! Oh yes, that's what I needed. Oh, but they both do it get up attacks. That hurt. Toughens. Tough ends. Try the duck strike. Was God Hand this technical? Never got to play it? I don't think it, like, you had to be very technical. You could kind of have combos you rely on a little bit more. As much as this game will, like, punish you for that. For trying to rely on one too much. But it was a lot of, like, unlocking combos and this camera perspective. And types of fights that are mostly one-on-one, but sometimes you get grouped up on. I did a super replay of that at Game Informer that I was on. And I don't think I ever touched it. Just looked at it. Buffalo Trace says, Leo's a god at this. I can't get out of the first level at age 33. I've been there. The main thing I had to learn was how dodging works, which is the hold left bumper, do some of that. Figuring out the timing on that, because it's flick the stick. That's what it tells you in the tutorial, but never reminds you ever. And I forgot. So learning that and learning the timing on that for different enemies, that's been the big level up. Yeah. Use avoid so much as I'm in Sonic.
To fight you. That feeling of vengeance.
I want to see a parry-only run of this game from a true professional. Oh my god, it was making me laugh so much. I was making the tweet for this, and I just looked up Sifu in Google Images, and one of the results was no death gameplay. It was IGN's no death gameplay thumbnail, and I tweeted it with that image, and I was laughing so hard at that. The idea of calling my shot, like, yeah, this will be no death gameplay. It tickled me. Okay, this fight I'm still not super good at. She alternates between highs and lows, and they're really hard to dodge. Hit her with this, though. I'm better at phase 2 of this than I am at phase 1. Oh. Yeah. Yeah. Get used to that screen, folks.
Interesting. Have you defeated death itself?
Yeah, I gotta get back in the swing of it. Ah, oh, brutal miss. Okay, I needed that. A little overkill, ma'am. See, it's so hard to read that. It's so hard to tell where it's gonna come in unless you've just like been up against it so many times.
This time my
But just restarting from the moment you died helps you really drill that stuff in eventually. And this is a case in point of like all my go-to moves on the second boss are not working against her. I'm glad they put a lot of effort into the music and level design. At the very least, the repeat runs aren't boring since you're vibing. Yeah, for sure. That's good practice, even though I don't think she was gonna hit me. Good practicing my heights. I'm also waiting too long on the counter, but I'm just so scared. In my defense, I'm so scared. That so looked like it low to me. Damn it. What a unique fighting style.
My patience.
You gotta give it up.
wears thin.
The best part is I have already beaten her at a decent age, so if we fail it here, I can still show what the next level's like. Okay. I'm gonna die again. Alright. Let's focus up. Focus mode activated. Real gamer incoming.
Serenity of this place.
Stand by for real gaming. What if I just started dodging all of them perfectly? Instead of worse than ever. Fake gamer! Outgoing! Here's my problem. Okay. This'll, now I got it.
End to your quest for vengeance.
I'm still so scared I'm doing it early. I'm so scared that I'm doing it early. Finally! The real gamer has entered the building. Every death plus 5 zoom. That'd be cool. You want to sit outside of her attacks more when she glows from the low attack? You can dodge that move and her follow-up for a big punish. Glows from the low attack. Keep an eye out for that. Snap kick is my go-to move. Cool move.
You should run when she gave you the chance.
Ooh. Gotta remember the timing of this. Gotta remember the timing of one single thing this woman ever does.
Step by step, you inch closer to.
I know! There's something. Something to keep me alive. Sometimes you have enough time to get up on her with that, and it's really nice. You can get some really good hits in. But I'm gonna do it from closer. Ooh, that's what I wanted, except for not completely. Ooh, that's pretty good. That's the best I can hope for. What if I box you in, ma'am? Do you like that? Oh, the double! I caught the first one, she hit me with the second one. Ain't that the way it goes? No comments about that age in the chat. No comments. Keep it civil, please. Stop! And I dropped the one I had? Oh. Alright, this is my last life. I'm gonna give it my best shot. Still dodged it, I think. Stop it! Throw one is plenty! Thank you! Sorry, that wasn't in character. I wasn't speaking as the Sifu there. That's not what the Sifu would have said. Alright, we're back to normal mode. And I'm jumping to the next level. Yeah, snagging or knives is really cool. You can just dodge them and it is easier, but snagging them, then you get to throw them back and it does that little stagger. Which is nice. Fair enough, Evan Sonic. Thanks for tuning in. What kind of camera do you use? This is a Canon Vixia G20 camcorder. Served me well for many years. Now I have a main camera I use for videos. That's a DSLR, and I can use this as a webcam plugged into an Elgato capture card.
Welcome, madam. She's waiting for you.
I'm still gonna take my sweet time here. I do have a skip I could use, but
Gonna enjoy this.
I want to learn this level and her enemies more, to be honest. Come and get it. Come and get it. You'll notice when my health bar pops up that it's a little shorter because I'm old. But I do more damage. Because I have old muscles that are good at
Not even a
punching.
scar. Your family is certainly full of mysteries. I'm certain Yang would be thrilled to see you again. Unfortunately, I don't think you'll have that opportunity.
They got magic MFers out here.
Nerves get the better of you.
I feel like my stamina is waning a little bit. Like, this is such an intense game to play for more than a couple hours. Still fun though. Although I am using this cheap ass controller.
Shut down all entrances and exits.
You'll notice it took me like 3 weeks of having it to notice, hey, there's just no X there. That's just a sheer metal orb that doesn't have an X in it. Which is hilarious. But I'm pushing the buttons through and it's like I can feel the sharp end of the gamepad. Like the buttons are going too deep into it that my thumb is rubbing against the sharpness of the hole in the gamepad. It's so weird. Good controller's worth the money, it turns out. I want to get one of those Xbox Elites. My problem is I hate wireless controllers. And they do not make wired controllers anymore. They're like generations old. Such a great takedown animation. It's always nice that after a big boss fight, they throw a bunch of goons at you so you can get your self-esteem back up. Oh. And then back down. There we go. May as well take a bottle with me. I have not tried this before. Box controller, exactly. Oh, I also love the elevator fight. That's a good reason to play this segment over. Still got my bottle. Call me a baby. Cause I'm holding on to my damn bottle. You got it!
She has a weapon.
Yeah, had to throw it at somebody less capable.
No fucking way.
Oh, I need to get out of that situation. Mamma mia. As far as meatballs go,
Damn.
let's just say not the most bland, you know? I also wish knives got stuck in people, but I'm a sicko.
She can't keep up.
Oh, no, I can't. Y'all keep any battle props around here? That's what I like to see.
Down.
Put that down. You wish.
Insane. Not so tough at
Then I'll get my focus back. Eye strike. Yeah. That's one of my favorite things to do. When you have one guy left, just throw him around before you do the takedown. Nothing to lose. Elite controller for an elite gamer. That's right. Does anybody have an elite controller, and can they tell me if it runs well wirelessly? I just have like had to have such a bad experience with like PS4 controllers. I can barely get to stay plugged in to charge, you know? I would hate to have it be like I'm gaming out and I'm doing my gaming moves. Oh, you know? And then it pulls the cord loose. That would frustrate me greatly. Speaking as a gamer.
We must be swift and just
Well, we must be swift, huh? Like this?
pay for that.
Swift like this? No! She's another one, I think.
Up now.
Turns ultra at a higher rate. Just because it's happened to me with her more than once.
I pity you.
I'm in a bad spot again. Let me out of here. Let me out of here. I couldn't vault that. Is that a blocked spot? Okay. Duck strike. Come to Papa. In USB mode, it is faster. I'm reading. Ooh, wasted that. I'm the least strong guy in the room. Okay, my structure is in danger. Oh, let me out. Ooh. 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 Yes, that was great. And then ground lady.
You cannot escape.
Good fight, good fight.
You are trapped.
Hard price to swallow for the elite, yeah. Yeah, but again, it's like going off of like, let me just find a cheap wired controller for $15 and ending up with this hunk of junk. I did get a couple wired Power A's, is the name of the brand, Power A, And those are like knockoff wired Xbox One controllers
Stairs, maybe?
that I use in our gaming setup in the living room that I really like. So I might just buy another one of those. I hesitated to buy them because they were, you know, I've had bad experiences with like Mad Catz controllers and stuff. But the reviews are great. And hell, I'm giving a great review right now. Power A. There's cool music coming out from in here.
Squad 7. She's in the elevator shaft. Repeat, she's in the shaft. Send Squad 9. Send them now.
Uh-oh.
Squad 9 on its way.
Elevator squad.
Get out of my way. I'll do this.
What the? This fight is so crazy. Has anyone ever been clowned on harder than that man right now? Besides these men. I know they can't make this fight super long because you're descending an elevator shaft, and at a certain point you would be asking, why have I not landed? Especially if it takes longer than it just did. But they could stretch that out a little more. It's really fun. For the first time I played this part, I ran straight off this ledge, and it kills you. And I was like blown away. Like 4 levels out of 5 we're now introducing fall damage. But since you come back to life, right where you die, it's like a time skip to just run off that ledge. You spend a year of your life to skip this fight, which is such a cool idea. You can't hit me, I'm busy fighting this man. Where did these people come from? Although, I didn't lose a year there, so time well spent. Because the first time I didn't skip that, I died there. I felt like I may as well have just skipped it.
The Guardians. This made-up.
The second fall is a routed death in my runs. I love that. Aristotle.
Truth always finds its way, and so does justice.
Talk to me about justice. And you get up, and then that's when your eyes go, and then I hit you with one of these, and then you hit me with one of those, but then I expertly dodge all of your moves. I hope some people just have this on and are listening to it. I'm gonna one-shot you like I one-shotted the level 3 boss earlier. Gotcha! Don't click on this tab. I'm handling it perfectly fine over here. You don't need to check in on me. Hit me with the low, I'm ready for it. Oh, I've never been so ready for a low attack in my life. That feels good.
Are you nervous?
Yes. Oh, that was cool. Love that. One of the most ridiculous things in this game, your whole thing, every pickup you ever get is contributing to filling your board about your people you're getting revenge on. This giant conspiracy board, unraveling the whole operation. No intel you can get from this. Not one thing can get added to your board when you find this for the first time. I think that's so silly. It's like they've been working on a board too. Don't you want to compare notes? Big boys cannot deal with weapons. It's very funny, says Aristotle. That's great to know. Oh, they're not that hard to deal with anyway.
I'm engaging the target.
Compared to leg ladies. Big boys and leg ladies. Oh my gosh. Just straight up missed with that.
No freaking way!
They move. Oh, with that. The leg ladies, you gotta dodge out of it. And I just need to say it out loud more and more and drill it in, you know? This combo of legs and thick is why I take the fall. Yeah, totally. That's cool. This is the part Aristotle skips.
Are you nervous?
That hit him somehow. Oh, I always forget the attack off of that. That's so tricky. When the leg ladies vault. They get me in the bar in the club with that.
What's the matter?
Did not feel like that was about to happen. The change locations with the bell rings is just too annoying. I am relating to that now. But this is a for fun run, and we'll see how I do against the boss. Sometimes when they attack too fast in martial arts movies and in this, it's like, would that really hurt that much? You know? You can't be that powerful of strikes if you're doing them that fast, but I guess that's kind of the whole thing, isn't it? I forgot how long it is to the boss.
Punishment. And to each punishment, its weapon.
What? Oh, I meant to kick the chair. Your bow staff.
Disappoint me.
And don't kill me. And please don't kill me. If I didn't say that. Oh.
You impress me.
That was so cool. Missed her, it bounced off the wall and she caught it. That rocks. Oh, you're done. It's funny how much I have mastered the first 2 levels. And then beyond that, we get to the parts I hope to master someday. There was a third here.
You will never escape.
There we are. I knocked somebody off the ledge here once and it was like 20 seconds until I got the XP notification. It's such a long drop. Shouldn't die for so long. Hi, Discoholic. Congrats on your first time chat. From viewer.
For whom does the bell toll?
That is a good point. That
You won't
levels 3 and 4 let you skip a lot of the level.
And
For
to
sure.
restore that which once was.
It's like they almost get more generous
That
about that,
suffering, it was for something.
which I think is nice because you might get to that point in the game and you might be worried
Mine.
like how
Even
much you're gonna have to
Yang's.
replay for your final
We
run,
did something
where you
for
kill
the
everybody,
people.
and every run up to that. But it's like
You want to
showing
erase
you,
it all?
no, you're gonna be able to skip huge portions of it.
The bell tolls for you.
It's a peace offering, an olive branch.
The Guardian's legacy. Now, accept your sentence.
This lady, I have not the slightest, not the slightest clue how to deal with her. It's not this, that much I do know. I couldn't even throw it far enough. Embarrassing. In my old age, I'm doing some serious damage at least. Don't do that. Ooh, that was nice. Not my worst run of this. Until now. I'm trying to attack too early. Novo616 says stay mid-range and dodge down, down, then jump over her last swipe, then charge in at her and keep repeating this pattern. Like that? Whoa, that was an early takedown. Thank you for the tip, Novo. Down, down, then up. I didn't think the downs would work for certain ones of them, but it looked like they do. Certain directions of that attack. Okay, we're going focus mode up. Final fight in my old age. Not
You
one.
must yield.
Oh, must I? Must I yield? No! Oh, no, those are the same pattern? Doesn't seem like it. Oh! Oh, I didn't get the ground attack. Oh, same pattern at mid-range. Okay, let's go. We're in get her ass mode. You're about to watch a gamer at play. Drive slow. Gamers at play. It's way too early on all those. Oh, too late on that. Getting better though. This might be it. I don't know why I can't do the ground move on her though. Oh my god. We went gamer mode on her, fellas. Unless it's the first one with 3 phases. Ooh. That's how I want to go. She might have just been getting up too fast to the ground pound for sure. Wow. Well, I'll definitely have to rerun that and do it at a younger age, but wow. 50 is actually not horrible. Thanks for the tips, Novo. Thanks for your support, gamers. I'm gonna check out the next level real quick. See how far I can get. That's really satisfying. I wasn't expecting to really make any progress on this stream. Mostly just farm XP. The next level is small but tough. Oh, like a certain gamer I know. Wait, is this level 5? Is this the last level? It must be. Yeah, obviously careful if people don't want spoilers. I'm returning to where it all began.
Welcome to the sanctuary.
Oh, thank you.
This is a place for broken bodies and spirits. Everyone is welcome, as long as they step through our door with humility and peace.
I'll have some humility and peace when I step through that door. That animation looked pretty good for being on some stairs it wasn't designed to be on.
Greetings. Can I help you, madam?
Where is Yang?
He's in his office, meditating.
It's so exciting being in a new level
It's
in
the
this
highest
game.
building. Just keep going up.
And really the structure is like why it's so interesting to me. Like if it was just a 4-hour, one run at once experience, I thought I would have really sunk my teeth into it. And I can't wait to talk about that in the Game of the Year discussions. Because I bet someone's going to say that that structure is so stupid. And I'm going to say, it's smart. Like me for liking it. Okay. I do a lot of that.
Forward, please. You're a guest.
Oh, they're talking nice, but being punchy. Look at them training out there. Should have trained harder.
These rooms are for.
Hit him with the Ottoman. It was off screen, but trust me.
Too late to back out now.
I believe, I'm falling in love. When did I get the card for that? I wonder. I got it in the first level somewhere. Interesting. This must be the key to the door I was talking about earlier on stream. Yes! Look at the line connecting. That's so exciting. The one door that was still locked to me in level 1. No more. So lucky I even went this direction and found that. I've been guessing where to go. And it seems like a dead end, so. Oh yeah. Is this where I came from? I feel like it is. Did I go out in the courtyard where those people were training? Yeah. Yeah. Doing great, everybody.
Let's wrap up today's lesson. I need to greet our guest.
Oh, cool. A lot of the same combos I've come to know and love. Same enemy types. didn't think she'd still be open to that. These people are really here to learn. Really having a yoga class. Okay. Spinning it like MJ. Or one of the many other basketball players who can spin a basketball. Of which, the list is numerous.
It is an honor to meet you.
Thank you. I hope you were gonna fight me. Or I'd feel pretty bad about that. Those kicks. Those kicks are for real. Oh, thank you for the kind words. Leo, have you played Dying Light 2 or Horizon at all yet? Yes, both. Let me give you my thoughts as I womp ass. Dying Light 2, I'm kind of done with. I think I like the first one more because it was like fresher to me. But it being so similar to the, barely, to the old one has kind of, and it being so similar in general, it's just, here's the thing is they're both kind of formulaic open world games. And it's just not really what I'm in the mood for right now. Playing Dying Light 2, I played like 8 hours and then was kind of done with it. And then going into Horizon was like, well, I just played 8 hours of Dying Light 2. So I'm kind of not in the mood for this either. Horizon though specifically,
You need to be.
it was like I made it out of the opening credits
Relax and enjoy your session.
and I did the first thing in the open world I could see, which was climbing this mountain. Big hits. And it was just like a linear climb, you know how they do climbing in video games? You just climb up the handholds and stuff, and it still managed to be so clunky. I couldn't believe how hard it was to like go the direction I wanted. It was like really weird and bad feeling. And then I descended from the place I climbed to and in like 5 of the same rappel animations back to back to back, and I was like, yeah, this isn't gonna do it for me, I don't think. But I wasn't crazy about the first Horizon either. There's something about it. Oh boy, big one. Oh, and you wanted to do it too! These guys love Horizon. Horizon rocks! First party gaming at its best! That's what they're saying to me. But yeah, just not where I'm where my interests are in games right now. Been loving this, been loving Hitman. Been more in love with Hitman than I have been since it first came out. Been playing it nonstop. That game is so cool. I feel like Hitman 2 and Hitman 3 I liked a lot. Oh hell yeah. I got to a key. That's mainly what I wanted out of this. Where did that go to? Oh, there's no line yet. But I never got obsessed with Hitman 2 or 3 the way I did with 1. And maybe it was partially because you ended up losing so much more progress than I expected, going from 1 to 2 to 3. I don't know if I was supposed to come back out here. Or no, I just went in here to get the key. Of course I'm supposed to come back out. But now having distance from it, I'm like getting some of those unlocks. Getting deep into it, because I think Hitman 2, I was worried I was just gonna lose that progress again, the way I did with 1. But now I'm just getting really into it as the full package of 18 giant, beautiful levels that it is. I'm having an absolute blast with it. Aloy Stan's going for the kill, that's right. Less open worlds, please, says Aristotle. I've heard that complaint for a long time, and I never really empathized with it until recently. But I still like open world games. It's just, yeah, at the moment, not what's grabbing me. But I love, like, it's so cool to me that this game has a new structure. Like, it's a new type of game, it feels like. Not just in the kind of genre bending, but in the way you do runs. Just loving it. Boys are fighting.
Put that down.
Ooh, I've not seen that takedown animation before. Brutal one. Hey, can I fight you? Come a long way. Feeling any real hype for Elden Ring, or are you pretty cool on it, says Aaron J. Bear. You know...
Are you here for the cure? They say this place works miracles.
The cure?
They do?
Everyone who comes here leaves this place free of what they walk through those doors with. Even the ones with time no longer on their side. People just like you and me.
This is the longest conversation in the game.
I find that hard to believe.
Well, I did hear of people vanishing from here. Maybe belief is what they lack.
Well, it still goes.
I hope you find what you're looking for.
Thank you.
I was not aiming for you, sir. I was not hoping that would hit you directly in your head. Oh, added that to the board. Anyway, question was Elden Ring. Yeah, I'm not a Souls guy, but honestly, the way I've had fun and been satisfied by the boss fights in this game make me more excited than usual. And I may have a code for Elden Ring, so I'm excited to check it out. See if that ring's really as old as they say. Oh, that's definitely the way I go. Or did I tried it already, didn't I? Then this is definitely the way I go, and that's my final answer.
Are you nervous?
Yes. The answer's always yes. Dang. Oh. If you've played Sifu and not Sekiro, Sekiro good. Yeah, I fell off of Sekiro. That was the most I enjoyed a From game, though. But the thing is, it's like, you die twice in Sekiro, and that's like cute, I guess. But in this game, you die like hundreds of thousands of times. You die like 20 times a run, you know? And that's just better, I think. More deaths. Yes. I've been so dodging I don't go for the parries anymore, but I really should get better at those.
Only then will the clouds begin to lift. You awaken.
Very interesting the way all these people are talking to me. Oh, this is mine. Whoa, cool move. And then get up. Like that. Like that. Down again. That's a pretty good run. And I got a freaking other key card. Wow, that's nice. Although, I don't know. I wonder if it's even worth trying to play it through to the end from age 50. I feel like that's a pretty late start to have on the last level. But I don't know what the normal is. Most people say norm. That's short for normal. Parrying is pretty essential for the final boss. Is that this guy? Any chance of you doing more Hitman challenges with Dan Reichert in the future? I had a blast watching those. I just rewatched those myself. Those were very fun.
We were family. At least.
I'd say there's a chance. I'd love to do something with Dan again.
But then, during my darkest days, your father revealed his true self. He never cared.
And I feel like I've gotten better at Hitman since then.
cast me out.
At Hitman 3.
He abandoned us.
Which would make those that fun. Although,
Tell me, what would
Dan's
you
challenges
do
were
to
like
save the
drag a guy across the entire map.
Wouldn't you cross every line?
So, don't know
Break
if you can
every
be good
rule?
enough to make that one possible.
Wouldn't you challenge death itself?
Oh, this guy's going Palpatine mode on me.
You want revenge, little sister? Show me.
Oh, I got some revenge for you. I'm doing parries only, because I heard they're essential. Excuse me, I'm doing parries only. I'm gonna do dodges just to look at him a bit more.
Do better. Try harder.
Yeah, I walked right into that. Oh, I'll lose one short of getting the permanent duck strike unlock.
After 8 years of training.
I don't know. Here's my number one complaint with Sifu. They keep referencing that you've been training for 8 years. Just don't say a number of years when your game's about how you're getting older. When there's a game mechanic that makes you like 60 years older, just don't. Just stop saying a number that's not true within the way you count age in this game. You can't focus him. Well, that makes me not excited about getting those other focus attacks. Not a joke to say parrying only is easier on this guy. These tips are awesome.
Come on. Try harder, you fool.
Oh, my stance is so fucked. Effed, I mean. I don't know where my profanity filter went this stream.
Come on.
There's no way you fall for this, right? Hold this trick in the bug. Oh, I didn't have time. I wanted to kick it at him. Yeah, this is gonna be a slow march to the end, but I'm here to learn him. I think based on the logic of the death system, your cells age, but time doesn't move forward. That's the thing though, it's like, clearly you're not really aging, because you're not laying on the ground for a year. But I guess my point is, if you have an age system, just have them say something besides time. Besides talk about how much time has passed. That just makes you ask these questions that you wouldn't otherwise feel like needed to be asked.
Come on. Try harder, you fool. 8 years. Come on.
Maybe, you know, like how he says it every 30 seconds in this boss fight. Come on, phase 2. Thank you so much. Solid first attempt. I appreciate that. Looking at that health bar. You don't want to see a red one, you know? Oh, shattered.
Try harder.
I will.
Do better.
Are those red attacks unperfect parryable or undodgeable? They're definitely dodgeable. Those orange attacks? What exactly does that mean? Last life. We got a kill screen coming up. GG Tommy Pizza, don't worry. That joke, I have made that joke. This fight isn't about his health, it's about the posture meter. Interesting. You can parry them, but they do extra damage to your bar.
Come on.
There it is. Thank you, Rubberita. So many great tips coming in today from so many different people. It's really been crowdsourcing my Sifu run, and I'm really stoked about it. Ooh, that was a good one.
Come on. Try harder, you fool.
What's my Sifu gamer's instinct in the chat on me starting this at age 50? Do you think that's ridiculously late? Oh god. Because I definitely will try to do the tower faster, but just curious. Oh, thanks, Novo. There's a trophy for beating the game under 25 and under 50. Aristotle says it's perfectly fine. 50 is the new 40, says Bear Antlers. That's true. Went at this level at 60 and beat it for the first time at 65-ish. Okay, cool. That's great. Well, that's all the time I got. But thank you all so much for joining me. That was very fun. This game rocks. I'm glad I gave it a go. Because it is, yeah, the difficulty can be off-putting at first, but like once you really meet it where it's at, I think it's so satisfying. GG's! Thanks for watching, everybody. We got more min-max content coming out to you every day, just about. And Leo Vader content also is every Sunday. Twitch.tv/LeoVader.com, DOTCOM. Barantler says, thanks for distracting me from waiting for Elden Ring. You're welcome. But now, sorry, you have to think about it again. Think about how cool it's going to be. You ride a horse around. Think about all the sneak attacks you're going to do, the critical strikes. It's going to be crazy. Oh yeah, send you on a raid. Thank you for reminding me. Where y'all want to go? I don't follow many people on Twitch, but I should see who MinMax is following. GI and Easy Allies are both lies? Oh, I gotta send you to GI. I'm getting dinner with Blake Hester tonight of Game Informer. And they're just Game Informer, right? I should still remember that. Yes. Exciting. I'm gonna watch a bit of whatever they're streaming. Thanks so much, everybody. This was a blast.